Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to talk about something which I have barely spoken about in my channel, right? So I'm going to tell you all about how I redeem my credit card points for staying in different categories of hotels. I'm going to largely talk about what has been working for me, all right? I'm going to talk about four different hotel groups. Firstly, it will be Marriott. Then we are going to talk about Accor, Taj and ITC as well. What we are going to cover is, say for example, if I am staying in a Marriott property, from which credit cards I transfer my points, how do I redeem my points, what is the strategy for redeeming my points and so on, right? So let us start, we'll first start with Marriott, okay? So Marriott is a huge group of hotels, right? Lots of brands which are a part of Marriott. Firstly, how do I transfer my points? Generally all my transfers to Marriott are done from American Express cards, right? So my wife and we are both Marriott Gold members. We got the status upgrade because we used to hold the American Express Platinum Charge card, right? Now I don't have that anymore. I have a supplementary card of the MX Platinum Charge card through my brother-in-law, right? So a gold status helps me with, say early check-in, late check-out and all that, right? So gold status is something that we have. When I'm redeeming my Marriott points, I generally redeem it in, say for example, largely in Asian countries, because the value you get for your cash price that exists in the hotel is better in Asian countries compared to European countries, right? I've barely made any redemptions in Europe as far as Marriott is concerned. My benchmark is that I should get at least 80 paisa per point when I'm redeeming my Marriott points, right? So for example, if a hotel is valued at 20,000 rupees, right? So if I have to value it at 80 paisa per point, then I should be able to get a maximum of say 25,000 points per night. Then I will probably redeem my points. Next is that whenever I'm making a redemption in any Marriott property, right, I try to do a 5 nights redemption, because when you do a 5 nights redemption, right, you get the 5th night free. So if for example, if you are staying in a hotel for 5 nights wherein each night costs you 20,000 points, you will get all 5 nights for 80,000 points. You can always look out for new properties that are opening, because they'll have a better redemption rate and a great discounts on a lot of other activities as well. Now let's move to Accor. When it comes to Marriott, right, the redemption is based on a fixed point basis, right? Each property will have a fixed number of points they require for you to redeem the points, right? But in Accor, it's different, right? Accor will say that the room costs you 20,000 rupees per point. You can either pay by points or you can pay in cash. There is no specific points requirement as such when you are booking your Accor properties. India does not have a lot of Accor properties as such. There are a few high-end properties like Raffles, for example, or Fairmont in Jaipur. I have not, redeemed my Accor points for these properties. Largely, all my Accor redemptions have been in Europe, because they have a very big chain of, Ibis hotels and Ibis styles properties, which are generally cheaper compared to other, branded properties. When it comes to transfers, I have always used my Access Atlas points to Accor, and I redeem that. I get a great value here, because if you can earn 2 points for every 100 rupees you spend on Access Atlas, right? And those 2 points can be transferred to Accor in the ratio of 1:2. So you get 4 Accor points, and each Accor point is largely valued at 1.8 rupees. So 1.8 into 4 is 7.2 rupees, right? So you get approximately 7% return on your 100 rupees spends on Atlas. So that's why transferring Access points makes more sense compared to any other points. And I have largely 90% of my points have been transferred from Access to Accor only. Coming to Taj properties, all my Taj redemptions generally have been from the vouchers that I have earned from American Express, right? Platinum Charge card used to give you a birthday voucher of 10,000 rupees. Platinum travel card gives you 10,000 rupees voucher every year once you hit the 4 lakh rupees milestone, right? So me and my wife both have the platinum travel card, so we hit 4 lakh rupees each. So we earn 20,000 from there, and then if any offer comes up, say for example, the HDFC Business Black gives me a option to redeem it for Taj voucher for every 5 lakh rupees spent on that card, right? So wherever I'm able to accumulate Taj vouchers, I use them and then I redeem them at a Taj property. Otherwise, I am generally not looking specifically to stay in a Taj hotel, because getting those Taj vouchers itself is very difficult. All right. Last is the ITC properties. Okay. ITC is also part of Marriott, right? Say for example, recently I have booked a night in ITC Kohinoor. Okay. and this property right now is going at 30,000 rupees per night, and I booked it for 23,000 Marriott points. All right, so that ways it worked out well for me, right? So generally, if I'm redeeming at an ITC property, I will compare between ITC and Marriott. Generally, I don't carry a lot of points in ITC as well. Whatever little points that I have was through a transfer done from Access Magnus to ITC in my wife's account. So we still carry some points. We have done some redemptions, but largely, I try to redeem it through Marriott only because I always carry a large number of points balance in Marriott compared to ITC. So that's why ITC works better for me. All right. So this is the whole strategy that I follow, right? Asian countries largely Marriott, European countries it's largely Accor, and then Marriott and Accor can overlap depending on where I'm traveling. I keep looking for new properties that are launching if they are cheaper compared to similar property which has been in service for a long time, right? The ITC and Taj are not really in a priority list. I don't really stay in Hyatt group of hotels or IHG group of hotels right now. And like I said, in Marriott, okay, if the value is not more than 80 paisa per point, I'm not going to pay for with points. I'll probably pay with cash only. So if you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching so far, and thank you for supporting the channel.